Hello and welcome back to Quest for Glory 5. Let's move forward. In the last video we defeated General Claudius and also claimed victory in the arena against, who was it? Magnum Opus. We still haven't collected our winnings from that, but it should be a pretty hefty chunk of change.
The soup for tonight.
So, I think we will start today by actually claiming victory in the Rite of Conquest by heading over to the Hall of Kings and presenting the General's Shield, which we will defend ourselves with moving forward. And once we do, we will have to find out what the next challenge, or rather, rite, is going to be. Alright, let's head up here. And we'll give the shield, or present the shield rather, to the guards.
You have won the Rite of Conquest. Everyone will be summoned to the Hall of Kings.
The shield of General Claudius has been brought back by the Prince of Shapir. The invader base has been destroyed, and our kingdom shall remain free from their menace. Behold the winner of the Rite of Conquest. However, again, tragedy has struck the rights of rulership. Magnum Opus was found dead outside the city beside the dragon pillar to the east. This was not a noble death. This was murder, pure and simple. All of your lives are in great danger. Take care and be wary always. Go now, mourn our fallen comrade. You will all be summoned to the next rite of rulership.
Well, I do feel like Magnum and Coquino died too early. Wish it happened just a little bit later so we could have spent more time with them.
The Hesperian mercenaries were vanquished, and Silmaria stands proudly. General Claudius was defeated. There is one enemy of this kingdom that has long been a foe for long centuries. It has the soul of evil, and thus draws evil to it. While it lives, there is fear. While it breathes, there is anguish. You will have to journey to the heart of terror and pain. You will face fire and fury, and above all, death. Journey to Hydra, there to face the creature that gives the island name. Teach it the fear and pain it has given others, and destroy it. Return with its teeth to prove your word. This is the Rite of Valor.
Interesting, somewhat
This
Herculean
Rite of
task.
Valor is a throwback to tradition. The Hydra is a monster from antiquity and is seldom defeated. It cannot truly be killed, for it regenerates from any injury. Your greatest challenge will be in getting to Hydra Island. It is beyond the area where the fishing boats can safely travel.
Well, nice of them to bring us right over to Rakesh. I'd like to speak to him about things anyway, so this works out.
I am frustrated and angry, and Silmaria feels like a cage. The assassin is waiting somewhere nearby. I am certain of that. I am afraid I am not the calm paladin I should be right now. Forgive me, my friend. The assassin is just a tool, and his master is the one that enrages me. I want vengeance rather than justice for the wrongs he has caused.
Not very paladin-like. He's right. His, paladin mind is being clouded. What does he think about this, the rights of rulership overall?
Logos insisted that the Hydra would be the Rite of Valor. He thought that it would get you, Elsa, and Gort away from Marit, and thus you would be safer from the assassin. I argued that by turning your back to a murderer, you only get struck from behind. You should be seeking the assassin rather than fighting some fabulous beast. Minos sided with Logos, and so you are seeking a monster rather than a madman.
Well, any advice about the Hydra?
The Hydra is a three-headed dragon. It is almost entirely immune to magical spells. It can only be injured by a magical weapon. Not even the legendary heroes of yore could defeat the Hydra by themselves.
What do you think about the mercenaries we dispatched?
With the defeat of General Claudius, I do not believe we will be troubled by an invading army anytime soon. All who wage war knew of the general's reputation and respected his abilities. They will not dare to share his defeat.
And your thoughts on Magnum?
Magnum Opus was found murdered on the road west of town. He was slumped against the broken dragon pillar. It was just like Kokino's death. This is no mere assassination. It is a ritualistic murder and has a darker purpose than we now know. We must learn the purpose of these murders and stop it before the murderer accomplishes it.
All right.
Be particularly careful right now. I have a bad premonition of impending violence. Get down!
Quickly obey Rakish's order. Assassin. Let's get our bills out of him.
What has happened? Guards, to me! Trouble!
Rakish is unconscious, but he will live. He was struck by the poison, and without your antidote, he would be dead. You acted wisely and quickly. Rakish is a paladin and does not believe in revenge. However, we all believe in justice. This assassin must be found and pay the price for his actions. Find this assassin, Prince of Shapir, and make him face justice.
All right. Yes, now Rakish has fallen as well. Yeah, I guess we can read the board here quickly. Standings after Conquest: Thor, Elsa, and then Gorton. Everyone else is dead. Something has happened to the Archmage. The great wizard Erasmus, who has been a friend of Samara for many years, has reported to have contracted a mysterious illness. He remains unconscious at his home in the clouds. Whoa. And murder, again. The body of Magnum Opus, competitor for the rights of rulership, was found beside the shattered remains of a second dragon pillar. Marit mourns his courage and bravery. And the Rite of Valor is competitors must travel to the island of Hydra, defeat the Hydra, and return with the Hydra's teeth. May the best person win. And then finally, Rakish saved. Rakish Shatarna, paladin, narrowly escaped death by poisoned dagger. The assassin escaped by magical means. Thor, the Prince of Shapir, saved Rakish's life by giving the Lion Taur some poison cure pills. The assassin is still at large and considered to be extremely dangerous. I wonder if that's because, I don't know, he's an assassin. Alright. Let's check in with Salim and Julinar quickly. There we go. See if they have anything to say about what's been going on.
You sure had a close call there, man. That cool lion guy is still alive, but it'll be a while before he's up and around. We don't have a real antidote for the poison yet.
That cool lion guy. For a guy who lived in Tarna, you should have a little more knowledge than cool lion guy.
It is always a great pleasure to speak with you.
Oh, thanks, Julinar.
Like Salim, I am saddened that we cannot find cures to the poison in the drug. We are doing everything that we can to aid the victims, but little has helped them.
All right, and what do you think about the poison?
Until we discover the missing ingredient for the poison, we cannot make an antidote. It is probably a rare flowering plant, but it is not one of which we know.
And we know a lot of plants. There are the pretty flowering ones, the common garden variety herbs, and of course, trees are our best friends.
How's Rakish doing?
Your friend is still in a deep coma, but he is alive. When we have an antidote, I am certain he will be well.
That's good to know.
May you always be so fortunate as to choose the right path.
Nice. And Celine?
You know, people are really lucky to have you for a friend. You save their lives and find them wives and all sorts of really neat things.
Fair enough.
All this poisoning and drugging and murder is a real downer. We came here to help and heal and spread the good word about macrobiotic back rubs and pyramid power. Instead, we wind up trying to cure nasty poisons and dealing with dirty drugs.
Macrobiotic back rubs.
This is a really bad trip, this poison. It's got snake spit and spider bite and toad oil mixed with arsenic and belladonna, and some plant we've never even seen before.
Rakesh?
Rakesh is a really tough lion, man. There was enough poison in his system to kill 5 men, but he managed to survive thanks to the poison cure pills. He'd be dead for sure without them.
Well, good thing.
Way to go! Come back soon.
Now, if we leave and come back, I bet they'll have something to say about Erasmus.
Did you hear the latest news? The weird wizard has fallen asleep and can't be awakened. Something even stranger than usual is going on there.
We fear the Archmage Erasmus has been drugged in some manner.
Well, tell me more.
It disturbs me, this drug that has stricken the Archmage. I have heard of sickness from which the victim will fall asleep, but not one from which they will not awaken.
Not to greet her.
It is a pleasure in this time of so many hardships to see your friendly face.
Well, can you tell me anything else about the drug?
The wizard Fenris assured us that his companion was not suffering from a magical spell, nor did I find signs of illness upon the Archmage. Thus I believe that it must be some sort of drug of which we do not know.
All right, and how's he doing?
He appears to sleep peacefully, but it is strange. Like the coma that those poisoned by the assassins suffer, it is a sleep that brings no healing to the body. It is a sleep without rest.
Interesting.
I know that you grieve for your wizard friend. Here, take these magical flower seeds. They grow almost overnight and spread great beauty and fragrance. I hope that this will make your journey less sad.
Yeah, flowers soothe the soul. See ya.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Salim, how you doing?
With all the murders going on here, I bet I know who did it. It must have been the druggist and the apothecary with the poison.
Beloved, you are the druggist.
Oh, that's right. I've got an alibi. Guess it was someone else then.
I guess so. How are you, Salim?
I'm delighted that my business has boomed so, but it's kind of a bummer when you think about the why of it.
There's always that.
We're trying to figure out what kind of drug has Erasmus out of it, but we really need to get some of the drug to tell for sure. Let me know if you happen to score any of it.
Keep my eyes open for random sleeping drugs.
Julinar and I were teleported to this really cool place by a talking mouse. It sounds wild, but we weren't tripping, honest. It was so mellow there, we just sort of floated around. We couldn't get the whiz to wake, but other than that, it was totally neat.
Nice. All right, well, let's move on.
If Colonel Mustard comes up to you carrying the lead pipe, don't trust him. I suspect he eats meat and has other nasty habits.
All right, one other person to talk to before we head off to complete the Rite of Valor. I guess we can talk to Folos and hear what he has to say, but there's no rush. We can talk to him later. We have some stuff to sell, probably. So, let's go in and talk to the famous adventurer. See if he has any advice on dealing with a Hydra?
Hi there. Hear you're out for a little monster mashing soon. That Hydra is impossible to kill, you realize?
I guess.
I read about you and the rites on the announcement board beside the Hall of Kings. Doing pretty well for yourself, it seems.
With your help. You got any new names for us?
Curious sort, aren't you? Well, here's one I was called a bit before your time. She called me Silver Tongue when I seduced the Ocean Queen. And I favored her with flowers which my love had never seen. Though I loved her, soon I left her, for our love could never be, for I needed air to breathe in, and she ruled beneath the sea.
That may come up later.
I'm starting to get out more now. Got to build up some muscles before I go adventuring again. Besides, the women like a man with muscles.
Alright, tell us a little bit more about the Hydra.
The Hydra is immortal. Can't be destroyed, but it can be defeated. The only part that can be damaged are its heads. Unfortunately, they grow back as soon as they're cut off unless you burn the stumps. Once all the heads have been taken off, the thing takes a long time to heal back up. So for all intents and purposes, it may as well be dead.
All right. Let me tell about some of our adventures.
Never made it to Shapir in my travels. Have to make some plans to visit the next time I go adventuring.
What if he says something different?
Never made it to Shapir.
All right. And how do you feel the rites are going?
Fighting the Hydra goes back to the days of Hercules. It takes a great hero to take that monster out.
All right.
Remember, that Hydra is tough to defeat. You'll need all the healing you can take with you.
Well, we also have this book here that we want to read. So, glancing through the book, you see many myths and legends of this land. It looks fascinating. One story tells how Hercules defeated the monstrous Hydra with the help of his nephew Aeolus, who burned the Hydra's heads as Hercules chopped them off. Interesting. Another story relates how Hercules went into the depths of Hades to rescue his friend's wife from the dead. Wonder if that's going to come up. One tale is of Daedalus, who made wings by placing wax and feathers on a wooden framework. He and his son Icarus used them to fly away from Arete. However, Icarus flew too close to the sun, thus melting the winds and plunging to his death. Anything else? One of the stories tells of the winged horse Pegasus, sprang from Medusa's blood, spilled when Perseus cut off the Gorgon's head. I think that's it. Come to the end of the book. All in all, the myths of this region are fascinating and well worth reading. Wonderful. Alright, let's move on. So, we're going to make another trip out to Science Island. Before I do, let me just double check. Yes, okay. To Science Island we go. And you may well be able to guess what we are going to do, but if not, worry not, we will show you shortly. Alright, let's pull the brake and wait not all that long, but what feels like an interminably long time for the gondola to come around. There we go. Do you know if I have any rocks to throw? Probably do. There we go. Exactly 4 rocks. Wonderful. Bullseye. Of all the throws that we make, it's probably the most difficult one. We dead on to hit the switch in general, let alone hit it in a way that actually moves it the way we want. Alright, so let's head inside, and currently, was it Mobius or Praetorius, I forget who's here during the day, won't let us touch anything, but if we show him we are geniuses of pizza, might just change his mind.
Why, this is quite marvelous. An anchovy and artichoke pizza, the ultimate combination of ingredients. You have the makings of a true scientist. Feel free to look around and learn what lessons you can fathom.
All right, now we will take this wax we collected near the dragon pillar several days ago, and the wings that we took way back at the Pegasus and the Hippocrene water. Apply the wax to the framework to create a wing-like shape, and apply the feathers. Attach the feathers into the soft beeswax and create wings. And we pick it up. You place the wing harness over your shoulders, and you now wear the wings like Icarus. You cannot wait to test these wings out. I love the way we launch. It's kind of hilarious. Isn't this magical? We actually do have a fairly limited time frame. We'll start to see some messages pop up. I forgot to look at the map to show you where we're going, but it's this way. The wax in your wings is beginning to melt, and your feathers are starting to molt. once we get over here, it kind of jumps ahead to where it just, oops, turn, there we go, kind of crashes. You guide to a splintering crash that destroys your Icarus wings completely. That's fine. So, we do have this goo here that we want to look at. Sticky sap wells forth from a small tree. You'd best keep your head away from it. Surely you've heard of gooey in your face before? I don't know what that means. Anyway, we do want to grab some of this, so let's take this amphora, grab some goo, and then we will equip all of our equipment, most important of which is the magic sword, because as people told us, only the magic, only a magical weapon can harm the Hydra. And let's see what we can do all by ourselves. I don't think defending is helping as much as I want it
to. You look as if you could use a little help. Mind if I join you?
I don't. Please help. Hello, Elsa.
Oh, I have no doubt you are pleased to see me here. Misery loves company, yeah?
Indeed. How are you?
I have gotten here by Minos' ship. We had to battle some sea people to do so. I can understand why the fishermen do not dare come here in their little boats.
What do you think about beating the Hydra?
It is very ugly and obviously tough. Working together, though, we should be able to defeat it.
All right. We'll tell her what we know about defeating the Hydra and burning the heads.
I shall use the torch when you chop off the head.
Good, because I already chopped one off. And you did nothing. Thanks a lot. Should have left it almost dead. Oops. So, alright. Let's come over here, or not. Little stabby stabs. Luckily, we can usually avoid the spit on this side if we're actively attacking. We're kind of distracted enough. With a mighty show of strength, you chop off the head of the Hydra. Alright. And why don't we go middle again? Heal up first, because that's the one I find the hardest to avoid damage on. Actually, probably a little low on healing foods. Yeah. Alright, let's get over to the last one. Oh, I didn't read what it said up top. I guess I'll never know. Stamina we're fine on. Alright, now this one is not quite as easy to... Oh, I thought it was out of range. Alright, oh, whatever. Try and attack it so that it's not able to keep spitting at us. And that should do it. Cut off the final head of the Hydra.
That did it.
We have defeated the Hydra. I don't know why her audio got cut off. Maybe we just got too far. Alright, let's put our sword away. Actually, put everything away. Actually, we're going to put that on. And this. Alright, so let's click on this fallen head here. Remove some scales and Hydra teeth.
You've got the teeth to prove you won this fight, but what is my reward for all the effort I went through here?
That is not very fair. Let's... I think asking for a kiss right now is not the best time. Let's talk to her.
That was not an easy job. We both deserve to win this fight, but I do not think that this one can be a tie. There were too few teeth in that last snaky face.
Alright, so we could just say that defeating the Hydra is a reward, but let's not do that. Let's suggest that we search for treasure.
There may be something in the cave behind the Hydra. Why do we not go look?
Let's do that.
If you wish to leave now, do so. I intend to search this place more thoroughly.
Let's do it. Alright, so as we come back here, Elsa...
I knew it. I was certain that we would find something in this cave worthwhile. This magical bow will be all the reward I want from here. I will return to Silmaria. It has been interesting working with you. I will see you at the Hall of Kings.
All right. She'll leave. We're going to collect a bunch of money over here. 1,000 drachma and a magic helm, which we'll probably get rid of. And then, if we come this way, there is a chest here, which we can disarm the trap. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen if we just let it explode. Hopefully we don't die. I'll be very sad. So let's just force it open. Oh, hang on. What if we examine it? Does it tell us there's a trap? This is a large sea chest that probably came off a sunken ship. It looks like the Hydra dragged it into the lair many years ago. Nevertheless, there's an obvious trap set up on the lock. Well, let's do it. Hey, we survived. Barely, but we survived. And we get another set of magic chainmail that we can sell this time, as well as some rope, which is swell, and a spell that we'll just get rid of. So let's take all that, and then we can head back home. Now we can take off the remaining gear. I don't know if that actually protected us from the explosion, but why don't we just quickly run over to the dead parrot and collect our winnings from the other night. Maybe put some bets on the fights this week. And then maybe we can just call it a day. Or we could go out and do some night hunting. Let's do that. We'll do some night hunting after that. Until, 11:30 or so. Wish it was a little earlier. We'd go see Julinar and get healed up. But I dawdled a little too much. There we go. We won 2,166 drachmas and lost one bet for 100. I think we'll survive that. Alright, let's put our name in for a challenge here. Make the challenge champion, yes. Toro versus Elsa, that's interesting. I'm gonna bid on Elsa. Not a lot. I feel like Toro will be remiss to fight her. Toro versus Abdul. I don't know, I like Toro. We'll bid on him. And Toro versus Gort. I'll take the giant bull with the axe. Alright, and then we'll wait for us just to see what's going on that day. Alright, let's travel home. Get some food. We'll have to heal up and use some of the last of our healing pills. I guess we can go fight some goons. They usually give us pills. Won't run away from them this time. And if we're getting close to death, well, we have some potions, but we can always just escape anyway, so it'll be a hunt. No worries. Alright, that fills up our stamina. And let's go. There's one more healing. Alright. Let's see what we can find. I sure must put these feathers away. Usually something at the pillars. More men, that's fun. This is mending. Please look at them. There you go. Oh, there's a third hanging out. You guys carry pills? Stamina pills, but not any healing, which is unfortunate. But that's alright. There's the broken pillar. Actually, I don't want to fight Borman again. I'm just was curious whether or not there would still be a body there, but I guess not. Alright, let's look else around, see what we got till, 11:30, midnight, something like that. Baddies? No, absolutely not. Far too annoying to fight. How about up in this peninsula? Anything interesting? No. There's still at least a few different enemy types we need to hunt down. We'll set aside a couple of days for it later. It'd be nice if we could get some more down. We got a good chunk of things. But I guess nothing good for tonight now. Alright, let's just get out of here. Alright, we will end things there and go to bed for the evening, and when we come back, we'll have to claim our victory and the Rite of Valor and then see what's up next. But till then, see ya.